What is up, my internet friends and family? I'm Charmix, and today I'm going to be reacting to 10 phobias that could kill you. Now, I have a few phobias like fear of spiders and heights. I really can't stand either, but I'm not really sure what could kill you. I mean, if anything, a fear of heights could actually save you, so I don't know. But with that being said, the original link's in the description, and let's begin!
10 phobias that could kill you. Number 10. Iatrophobia. The fear of going to the doctors. For many, the idea of visiting a doctor generates severe anxiety, panic attacks, or nausea. Surveys show that around 3% of the population feel apprehension when attending an appointment. This phobia is sometimes so extreme that many sufferers will delay seeking medical attention, no matter how urgently they require it, putting their lives at risk. In 2009, 76-year-old John Dart's fear escalated so tragically that he opted to commit suicide rather than see a doctor about a harmless blemish on his nose, which he was mistakenly convinced was cancerous. Number 9. Heliophobia. The fear of the sun. According to the Pacific Health Center, growing fears of skin cancer have led to increasing numbers of people with heliophobia. Sufferers often experience phantom pain sensations and anxiety when exposed to direct sunlight. While remaining cautious about sun exposure does reduce an individual's likelihood to develop skin cancer, moderation is recommended. The reluctance of heliophobes to go out in the sun can lead to a vitamin D deficiency, which reduces the body's ability to regulate calcium and keep bones healthy. Therefore, avoiding sunlight increases an individual's risk of developing rickets, cancer, or other debilitating and often deadly diseases. Number 8. Somniphobia. Somniphobia, or severe insomnia, can result from a fear of losing control or repeated nightmares. Many people say a fear of dying in their sleep is why they are often reluctant to go to bed, but ironically, this phobia itself could kill them. Somniphobes can regularly go more than 24 hours without sleep.
Really? How?
This severely endangers their health. Sleep deprivation can lead to varying and often deadly health problems, such as high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. The Harvard Medical School discovered that just one night without enough sleep is enough to cause elevated blood pressure throughout the following day. Number 7. REUPLOADED. The fear of defecation. Anxiety UK estimates that at least 4 million people experience anxiety when using public toilets. For some, however, the fear of going to the toilet even extends to their own home.
Really?
REUPLOADED causes people to try to delay their bowel movements as much as possible, due to severe anxiety and worry over painful defecation. An extreme example of the severity of the phobia is the case of Emily Titterington. Emily's fears were so bad that she could frequently withhold her stool for up to 2 months.
What?
This caused her bowel to swell, putting a great amount of pressure on her internal organs and causing her to die
2
of a
months?
heart attack.
How is that possible?
Just 60. Number 6. Trypanophobia. The fear of needles. In 2012, Target and Harris Interactive found that out of the 60% of American adults who opt not to have a flu vaccination, 23% said their fear of needles was the reason. This is an incredibly risky health decision, as approximately 36,000 Americans die every year of influenza. Trypanophobia also prevents sufferers from seeking medical attention for potentially life-threatening issues. In 2011, journalist Caroline Cheatham spoke out about her father Frank's death, which she attributed to his lifelong phobia of needles. His crippling fear caused him to delay visiting a hospital, despite exhibiting symptoms of prostate cancer for over 5 years. This was driven by his worry that he might require treatment involving injections. Number 5. Mysophobia. The fear of germs. Often associated with obsessive-compulsive disorder, mysophobia causes sufferers to compulsively clean themselves and objects around them. It can devastate an individual's daily life, sometimes with fatal consequences. For instance, Samantha Hancox was so afraid of coming into contact with germs that she hardly left her house in 18 years, spent 20 hours a day in the shower, and barely ate. Despite repeated efforts to cure her fear by psychiatric professionals, Samantha died aged 40. The result
20
of
hours a
dehydration
day
and a skin infection
in the shower.
brought about by her mysophobia. Number 4.
That's crazy.
Counterphobia. The fear of not facing one's fears. Counterphobia is a bizarre phobia that makes sufferers feel compelled to place themselves in terrifying and dangerous situations despite being overwhelmingly scared of them. The pathological desire to confront one's greatest fears generates numerous symptoms of extreme anxiety, but sufferers find themselves unable to stop. Wingsuit flyer Jeb Corliss has been diagnosed by a psychiatrist as suffering from counterphobia. Corliss has seriously injured himself on multiple occasions, once slamming into a cliff face and miraculously surviving with only a few broken bones. He has also lost numerous close friends to the sport. Nevertheless, Corliss feels he has no choice but to continue participating. Number 3. Sibophobia, the fear of food. Usually triggered by a traumatic episode such as choking, sibophobia involves the fear and deliberate avoidance of food. It is also regularly connected with bulimia, anorexia, and other eating disorders.
I was gonna say, that's
These
what it sounds like.
Are currently estimated to affect 2 million people worldwide. In 2007, teenager Charlotte Robinson developed a morbid fear of food, resulting in severe anorexia. Within less than a year, Charlotte weighed only 38 kilograms, almost half her previous weight. Her body began to shut down, and she died in 2008, aged just 18 years old. Number 2. Ablutophobia, the fear of washing. According to a study carried out by UNICEF, 30% of deadly disease in developing countries is caused by poor sanitation and risky hygiene behavior. The charity therefore recommends regularly washing your face and hands with soap and water. Sufferers of ablutophobia often find themselves unable to do this due to their extreme fear of bathing and washing. The phobia is particularly worrisome when it prohibits people from washing their hands before and after preparing food. Not only are the physical ramifications of ablutophobia extremely dangerous, but it can have a detrimental impact on a person's social life and mental status. It is often associated with isolation and clinical depression. Number 1. Pantophobia, the fear of everything. Also known as panphobia,
I've heard of this one before.
This fear is particularly distressing as an individual's anxiety could be triggered by literally anything around them. Characterized by regular and often irrational panic attacks, pantophobia causes sufferers to experience a racing heartbeat, excessive sweating, and even an inability to speak. In some extreme cases, pantophobes can lose consciousness. The phobia is often described as a persistent dread of some unknown evil and is closely associated with paranoia. Doctors also cite it as a possible symptom of schizophrenia. This is particularly distressing, as 60% of adults with schizophrenia attempt to commit suicide. Alright
guys, hope you liked this video. This is actually really interesting, and the thing that I found the most interesting was the girl who didn't shit for 2 months. 2 months? How is that? Did she eat cheese? Did her diet consist solely of cheese? And the second thing that I found the most disturbing was the girl who showered for 20 hours a day, because that only leaves you 4 hours in the day to sleep, unless she slept while having a shower. But with that being said, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, possibly share it with a friend. If you do, subscribe and join the family today, and I'll see you guys next time.